With God, all things are possible. Matthew 19:26. You guys, this is gonna be my little space. I just wanted to kind of show you guys. I did purchase a seat cushion so I could be able to sit. And then I have a candle here, and then I also have this. I'm gonna put my meditation rug kind of create my own space there. But I'm not gonna blog here tonight. Just want to show you guys what you probably seeing majority of me. I'm gonna go ahead to the table. Go ahead and show because I highlighted some things. I'm embarrassed, you guys. So this book just being through it. I got coffee stains on there and all that kind of stuff. But if you're a reader, you know what I'm saying. When you get a comfortable space, you just get. I have my little snacks and all that. Disregard that. I have a little sweet tooth. I don't want to really show this book because it has been through it, you guys. I had this book for 3 years. I think the title of it, I pronounce is Untethered Soul, but correct me down bottom if it's not correct. I try to put in a Google search just to see exactly what the proper pronunciation was, and it's by Michael Singer, but it did come up, and as you will learn on my channel, I just don't waste time dwelling on anything. But you guys, I feel like I wanted to introduce this book along with a lot of books that I have, but I want to start with this one tonight. And I want to share it because I feel like to me is we all trying to learn this thing, this thing we call life and how to get it. And sometimes we think the things about life is changing people, and that what stood out to me and why I really wanted to get the book. Because it was a young lady on podcast. I should have did my research, but I really don't have time to go back because I think that's a podcast that's way back. So I'll try to see if I can research it and then get her name, and then I'll link it down below. But I actually thought she was the author of the book because she was just had so much gems, and she actually have a YouTube channel, and I'm subscribed to it. So I hope I can get her information so you guys can go ahead and give her a follow. I thought I was finna yarn. If y'all been on my channel before, it's just weird. Like I just drank some cup of coffee while I was doing the kids, helping the kids with their homework and getting dinner, just doing the whole 9 yards. So I'm not tired. I don't know why I'm actually yarning. So let's get back to it. Anyway, so this book, you guys, if you ever been to counseling or you ever have just even seen a counseling session, you'll understand what I'm saying about when you're in that space. I think just the space sometimes that counselors create, it just make you be so in tune with self, because I don't know, it's just a one time and I think this is what people pay for. Like you actually pay your counselor just to kind of just focus on you. And a lot of times we don't know that we can also do that ourselves. So this book is kind of like if you in tune with, want to know more inner things with yourself, and then also kind of give you the vision, kind of put you in the mindset of my opinion about this book. Is a book that you're going to constantly always, pick up. As long as I feel like I'm here on earth, I will always share this with my kids. I was always keeping my house. I'm just going to introduce that one right now. But I'm getting more into reading because I realized that I was just moving fast forward. Like I had pretty much was a job, but it was 9 to 5 and off on weekends, and I enjoyed it. But it just didn't fit my lifestyle anymore. And I made a choice to do lesser days at work. Thank you, Jesus, that I was able to make that decision. And I'm able to be with my kids, and we're able to just kind of be at a calm space when it comes down to like evening and doing homework and them asking questions or them having something to talk about. I don't have to feel so stressed if they needed things from school or one gets, under the weather or anything like that. I'm kind of what I want to talk about, because I've been like, I said, if I'm gonna share something, I listened to Tabitha Brown today, and she was speaking about her vegan journey and how it introduced her. And I think I definitely shared that on there about my experience with the Down Your Fast, and how it taught me how to eat differently, and how it introduced me to just knowing that food is just food. Like today I'm snacking on this, not the best snack, but instead of me, it was either that or popcorn. So instead of me just focusing on eating, I would have never knew how to eat food different, hey, yet I didn't do the Down Your Fast. But that is another video for a different time. But it was just like, how I can say, when I heard her on Breakfast Club today, it was just like confirmation, because I had been saying, Lord, I don't want to be nowhere that God is not there present. And then what I'm trying to say that is that people are like, oh, well, God is always present. But sometimes God, if you don't ask for God confirmation in your life and where we want to be, and sometimes you have to ask yourself whether or not you did the proper thing and the proper steps in it, because in life, or to just trust a higher being to guide you, because sometimes we're just guiding ourselves. We're making our own choice. Like I literally told God, like I want to be a nurse. I want to be a nurse, but I want to be a nurse, but I want to know what it is that you want me. Because I'm just like, I'm to the point now, if anybody can talk candidly and understand me, if you're on a spiritual journey, it's just like, I don't want to turn around. Like, I'm 44 years old. I'm not, I just refuse to keep continuing to go in this backwards thing. So I want to get an understanding of where you want me to be. Spiritual journey, you understand what I'm saying about it. Sometimes you just want to understand if I'm on the right track. And I quite haven't got to grasp that yet on actually how to just understand if whether or not God is telling me something. But I definitely ain't got time to turn around. So I'm constantly trying to just slow my pace and not just depend on me wanting to do something or whatever the case is. Now, I truly want to be a RN one day, but I feel like distractions keep happening. And I feel like now I'm just to the point, I'm like, okay, God, I still trust you, because that's another thing. I don't want to go to God and be like, because I don't want that relationship with God either. Like a lot of people say the relationship with God is like asking and want God to show up, because I feel like sometimes I do understand, like, what have you done for me? Sometimes you Father say, what have you done for me? If you think I'm just going to sit here and let you just pull on me every time you need something, that's not going to be the case. So I don't want a relationship like that. So I'm constantly just, if what I learned this year is somebody said something about, I asked God to teach me, to show me rather, because teaching is, what you ask for is what you get. So I want to ease. I say, God, show me, guide me. And I ask for my guardian angels to guide me every day. And so sometimes when stuff happen, I'll be like, I trust now in a higher being and God and everything to know that is him. That's probably, and I think I shared a video earlier just saying the straight. Sometimes delayed things are your blessing. But I realized at 44 years old, I have tried to control every being of myself, meaning that saying, if that's what I want, I'm going to set it up where I want it. And sometimes I believe God said no, and I still be like, well, I'm going to go ahead and do it anyways. Or I just feel like I just didn't listen for his voice or whatever. I'm just being honest. I don't feel like I'm disobedient. I just feel like if I put my mind set on something, I felt like that's what this world teach you to keep going and keep pushing and go around the back door. But sometimes the back door, even though that's open, he didn't want you to come through the front. And then you go around the back door and now you in, and God say, okay, I shut the front door for that. I didn't tell you to go around the back. I don't even want you here. And then sometimes I believe that we are allowed to do certain things that we want to control in our life. And that's just gets beyond a situation. And I think then we cry for God when things go wrong, and then we ask God to show up, and then he had to say, well, if I show up, I have to take you a couple steps backwards. Now that's just my understanding. I don't want nobody to say this is true. Go do your research or whatever, and it might be different for other people. But I feel like when it comes down to me, I don't watch me go this far and be where I feel like at the point where I'm like, okay, this is a breather. That feels good here. And all of a sudden, it just seemed like, now it could be my own choices, or it could be that I didn't wait on him. And he's like, now you want me to come and assist you, my child, but then you already done went, a couple feet up and all that kind of stuff. So when you get to this point, you're like, oh, I'm definitely going to tell my children to wait on him. Okay. And I'm telling you guys, wait on him, because I feel like You don't want to be 44 years old and you now on the outside looking in to anything, and you just like, oh, this is the life here. I was here 10 years ago and I'm here now, and now I got to fix things and all that kind of stuff. I am believing on faith on a lot of things, because I just like, Lord, I cannot wait this amount of years to do this or this amount of years to do that. So I'm not going to tell you guys, but I talk to God about it, and I just say, I just can't do that. Because that way I'll be like, to me, I feel like 44 years old is that in-between age where you already either you're going to do it or don't do it, or you're going to do it, or you just pretty much going to do what make you happy, if that makes sense. Or that's where I'm at, to the point where I just feel like whatever makes me happy. I just don't want to do no more rewinds. I don't want to do any more restarts. I don't want to go backwards anymore. I don't want to learn no more lessons, even though I think as long as we live this earth, we're going to have to learn lessons in order to give that gratitude, and Lord know that you trusting in him. And it's sort of like just a thing that you're going to have to do when you jump, when you trust in God, you're just going to have to get an armor. And TikTok had this funny thing where they used to say, no, God, you put me on the front. And sometimes I be like that. If you live in that life, you understand what I'm saying. It's not going to always be so easy. And the ones that's telling you that it's easy, I don't believe it. I don't believe it's not person. I think it's a beautiful thing to trust him. I think it's a beautiful thing to trust God. But I think also, too, we have to understand and put on our armor. That's something that no one can walk for you. Not your mom, nobody, not your spouse, not your friend. Nobody really can help you on that journey, because everybody's journey is different. I think God wants something and expects something from each of us on different levels that we are, in different faith levels that we are. But I don't want to get into anything spiritual, because I don't want to make this my YouTube channel just about spiritual. I feel like I'm a life person. I'm open to learning every aspect of this world. So, but I do trust God. I do know that I serve him, and I get up and serve God. So that's pretty much all I say. But I definitely don't want to be that channel where they like, oh yeah, she's so Christianity. No, it's no platform on my platform anyway for judgment or all that kind of stuff. Even for myself, I'm not gonna lie, y'all judge me. You can make it your opinion, but that's pretty much it. But I think I'm gonna end it on that, because I'm pretty much tired right now, and I just want to kind of share that. I'm gonna be sharing much of me, the real authentic of whatever the case is. I really don't care what many have to say. Many who talk about, others, and you got to understand that's them just not want to be in tune to themselves. I'm so in tune to me that I can't get in tune with nobody else. It's just as serious with me, and it's not being selfish. It's just like, I don't have time to talk about anybody too much. You know what I'm saying? I don't judge, I say an opinion or two, because I'm not, perfect. But at the end of the day, I won't spend my days talking about it. So yeah, for those who want to make me a conversation, continue to make it, and be blessed that you are talked about. I mean, I feel like if nobody don't make you a subject in what it is, you know what I'm saying, or whatever the case is, be strong enough to know that it's probably part of your journey too, and maybe God's trying to teach you something. You can't fold under every aspect of life, and I ain't gonna fold for nobody, because I do know me. As I get to more in tune to myself, I know my worth. I know who I am, and I'm not going to let anyone, tell me anymore to hold my head down for whatever reason. I am God's child. I don't look at things as the earthly realm. I'm God's child, and that's something that's greater to hold your head up to, no matter what is here on earth. But anyways, I can get more into that, y'all, and it's a whole different thing. I'm trying to heal and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, I just want to introduce that book. I'm going to try to edit the best I can and get information on there with the book. Once again, this book is by Michael Singer, and I don't know how to really pronounce it, but I just say Untendered Souls. But this is a great book, you guys. If you're looking for something just to kind of help you on this life journey, this is one to add to your book club. And I'll be introducing more of those as we know. The Secret, I did purchase that. This is the old but goodie, and things like that. Every aspect, just learn. There's so much to learn out here. Like I tell my children, there's no excuse for you not to know how to do anything. So, because it's so much knowledge, it didn't, the reason I feel like some of us didn't do too well, and I'm going to say it and don't feel bad for yourself because I'm saying it to myself, is because we didn't have that knowledge. We only had wisdom of the people that was around us. And thank you, God, for the grandmothers and the grandmothers and the uncles and everybody who taught us stuff, but it was their wisdom. It was never confirmation where you can go and get research like it is now. Now you can go to Google. Now you can go to 2 different websites to actually see the pros and the cons and different views on things. So it's no way in this world that no one should be living saying it's no knowledge. And I'll leave it at that, you guys. As always, I thank you so much for watching my channel. And as always, I love you guys and have a great day.